So this question is, how do I handle pressing forward when the results are not matching the effort? How do I handle pressing forward when the results are not matching the effort? The first thing that I would do if I found myself asking that question is I would notice in my language the words pressing and handle. The reason I would notice those is because they are words that contain the energy of force, pressure, an exertion of effort that has a quality that I don't want in me, in my body, in my life. And the reason I would go there first is because I'm much more concerned always with my state of being right now. What's my experience of my life and my work? That's more important to me than any outcome. I make a stand for that, and that's important. So I'm scanning for a statement, a question for, is this question presupposing a way of being that's fun, that's easy, that's enjoyable, that's fluid? And so that part of it right there I would focus in on and be like, oh wait, the question I'm asking is actually the first problem. Not that I'm asking the wrong question necessarily, I could ask a better one, but the fact that I'm asking it gives away the primary problem. And the primary problem is this idea that in order to produce results, I need to press forward. And that pressing is something that's big, something that needs to be handled, right? So my language gives away my relationship to the experience. And so I would look at that and I would think, oh wait, so I have been experiencing a lack of results matching my effort, but more importantly than that, I have been producing or trying to produce those results using effort that's pressing. And more important than not getting the results is that I stop pressing, because I don't want to live in press. So how do I handle pressing forward? So I don't want to press forward ever. And so I'll start by thinking about, well, how am I creating that? How am I creating the idea that I need to press forward? Well, I guess when I get in a place of fear, things aren't going the way that I want, like anybody, it's like I got to fight my way out. I got to press. Don't give up. Just keep pushing. I watched my wife naturally birth our son without any press. Okay, there was press at the last moment when the doctors and nurses told her to push, but she was very against the idea of pushing because she'd studied hypnobirthing for months leading up, and she adopted this concept, this idea that you can actually birth a baby naturally and easy without any pain at all, that the pain that women experience in the West most of the time is because of the ideas that keeps their body constricted that actually makes it dangerous and painful. Without those ideas, she was relaxed, and the baby, she moved all the way through labor up to the last second with a little bit of press, then suddenly the pain came. But without press, in her mind, there was not the constriction in her body, and she created the lack of press by adopting the reality, the idea that this can be birthed, this can be created, this can be given to the world through relaxation, through letting go, through ease. And so in a similar way, I would look to remind myself, what's a way of being with my work that's important to me that is not press? Well, what's important to me is that I am waking up every day, I'm looking forward to the day, and that every bit of the action that I'm going to take, that part is bliss. The action itself that creates the results, the action is the joy. The result's a bonus, it's like the cherry on top. But the joy, the ecstasy is in the work. And so I want to make a decision that, you know what, whatever the results are, I don't care as much as I care that every moment of this is something that I love. And so then instead of how do I handle pressing forward, it would be how do I continue to do what's easy and what I enjoy when the results are not matching the effort. And as soon as I ask that question, well, I don't know, it doesn't actually sound that hard. If I enjoy it, I can continue to do it when the results aren't matching the effort. So that handles the first part. Handles, there we go. I handled that thing that I need to press. No, that's a great, it's just funny that word came out again. Interesting. So we handled that, shifting and changing the experience of the work itself. Instead of trying to beat yourself up, motivate you to do something that's press, just convert it from press into something easy by how you represent it. If you have specific questions about how to do that, ask, but that's the general idea. But then We still want the results to match the effort, right? So if you're taking effort that you enjoy, that's fluid, that's relaxed, that you love, and the results aren't matching up, then what? Well, I'm watching my son learn to do jigsaw puzzles. I've been watching him since, I don't know, maybe a year old. He's 3 now, 3.5. He's getting better and better at it, and it's just interesting watching him start to understand and make new distinctions. In the beginning it was like, just trial and error. Then he started to understand a little bit around matching colors, but not the order of the pieces. More recently he's gotten the understanding of what an edge is, the side with the flat side, and he can do those first. And it's like as he does them more and more, he gets more and more distinction and understanding around the different aspects that he can use to make decisions, to make things fit. And so that's the way that I relate to everything in life, really, is like a jigsaw puzzle. In the beginning, doing a 4-piece puzzle with literally just 4 pieces that are big and made of wood was pretty hard for him. And now he's 3 years old and he's doing 60-piece puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, probably for like 8-year-olds or something. It's genius, of course. It's my kid. Got to be a genius. But the way of approaching life is like that, to go from the 4-piece puzzle to the 60-piece to the 100-piece to the 6,000-piece jigsaw puzzle of a pile of pennies, right? Like, so you have to create more and more subtlety and nuance and distinction around this process, and you get better and better at it, and you can do it quicker and quicker. So how do you do that? So more specifically in the context of this person asking the question, when they're creating, I know their businesses where they're creating service business, they're creating clients, the thing that I would say is that every single interaction with a human being that's part of that process of creating a client needs to be looked at through the lens of the question, how did I create this not client? So every absence of something as a result, every absent of a result is a creation. It's a negative space that was created. It's a container that holds something that could have been. And so I want to know how I created that container being empty. That was a creation. So how did I create this not client? How did I create the person not saying yes or not buying my coaching or my service business, whatever it is? And so, and it doesn't matter where in the process. It could have been at hello and they didn't say hello back. How did I create that not client? Well, they didn't say hello back. Well, how did I create them not saying hello back? Own everything. Start looking through that lens at the outcome. How did I create this being the wrong piece? Why was this the wrong piece when I tried to put it in? Because this is what a lot of people do in business and life. They take a jigsaw puzzle piece, they try to put it in, it doesn't fit, and they say, oh, I guess it's just a numbers game, I'll go on to another one, and they pick it up and they go for another one. But they didn't even look at how they did, what it is about this piece that made it not fit. What is it about this piece that makes it not fit? Contained inside that is the lesson that will grow you in your ability to do jigsaw puzzles in life so much faster. You know how many people, most people, take a piece, they try to put it in, it doesn't fit, doesn't fit, stupid voice, sorry. There's no learning there. It's so much learning left on the table. You can go through a 100-piece jigsaw puzzle, and by the 100th piece, you've learned something on every piece. Because every time it doesn't fit, you ask and you look for, what did I do that created this not fitting? What's not working here? Get an insight every single time, and you will accelerate, not just speed up, accelerate your learning, because it's compounding. Everything you see gives you access to seeing even more. I hope that answers your question. Today is the perfect day for you to create who you are. You are loved, and you are powerful, and I'm loving you simply for your being here. I'll talk to you soon.